Happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful, fabulous, amazing, talented, gifted, generous, adoring mothers that are out there, and to all the mothers that are on the other side that we unfortunately cannot spend some time with. I hope you're doing something special for moms today. We are celebrating and doing the numerology and the astrology for Sunday, May 10th, 2021. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 11 and or a 2. So if you add all those numbers together and you still get the 11 and you get the 1 and the 1 together, you can get a 2. So we'll look at both of them. The number 11 is about expansion, and I think for Mother's Day, that's a really good thing to kind of see past the human flaws that every person has done in their life and every mother has done, and maybe stop being so critical, which is the number 2, and maybe seeing it from a more expanded view, or maybe looking out at the world that your mother saw through her eyes for a moment, and recognize her challenges and her struggles too, because we're all human. We're all down here struggling to cope with stresses and financial issues and no time and no energy. And I think it's a miracle that, mothers do what they do anyway. So let's do this numerology for today. If you look at the number 11 and 2, it shows that we are moving forward in wild, lurching, and dramatic ways, which is the number 11. Whenever such moments happen, it is natural for the ego to freak out, question, and try and poke holes into what is unfolding, which is when it collapses into the number 2. But we know something is right when that process continues to unfold, even in the midst of the attempts of the mind to negate the process. And that is the point. The universe has a much bigger plan than we understand at any moment in linear time. Many things are being calculated about our journey forward. It's not about getting what we want. It's about what allows us to grow past this present level of consciousness and how to figure out how to give our gifts to others. The astrology today. Mother's Day is filled with the emotional energy with the moon in Aries until this evening, when it moves into the hardworking sign of Taurus to get us going forward again. Today is a great day for enjoying time with our mom by celebrating while on a picnic outside, getting some fresh air, going for a walk, and engaging in hopefully copious amounts of laughter. Today is a day for an appreciation circle about what our moms have done for us throughout the years. Sometimes it's just good to hear the words. Moms are often so unconditionally loving that we forget to thank them for all that they do. Fortunately, the Aries moon is direct and supports us in using the correct words for this particular moment. This moon will square to Pluto later in the day. That allows us to take a good hard look at ourselves to see where we need to be more aware of how our ambitions in the past might have rolled over some people and inadvertently caused damage. While we might have needed to assert our independence, it's also important for us to make modifications and changes at this time. Jupiter sextiles the moon, reminding us that we cannot go back and we need to make the most of our circumstances at this time. The moon goes into Taurus this evening, making us more patient and making us want to preserve what has been good in our lives, remembering then and now. More changes are coming. We will be ready if we prepare now. My quote for today. A mom is someone more than your best friend. She kissed what hurt and fixed what needed to mend. She took you to school and worried all day. She taught you how to make a souffle. She gave you values that could carry you through. She taught you how to be creative and make do. She told you stories as you laid in bed. She held you tight when you were in fear and dread. She sang songs to you when you could not fall asleep. She told you it was okay to be angry and weep. She was the anchor of safety and love. She was the perfectionist with a white glove. She tested your thoughts and allowed you to question the truth. She was the fairy giving you a quarter for your tooth. She stayed up late night She stayed up late wrapping gifts for Christmas Day. She taught you the value of not spreading hearsay. Somehow, she was always there, standing alone at the top of the stair, watching you grow up to walk away, feeling the loss and dismay when all that she cherished had to be released, wondering if in this moment her heart would cease. A mother never stops having concern. A mother always loves when you return. Today is her day. Make it special and sweet. Don't be subtle or discreet. Make her very proud of all that she has done. Help her know that this life was a home run. Allow her to feel peace and joy. Your loving smile is what she would enjoy. Take her hand and tell her what made life good. Show her that what she taught you understood. And my blog for today. So, contemplating the mothers in my genetic line, my mother believed that love conquers all, even though her parents were examples of what not to do. She never gave up trying to love her mother, who was mentally disturbed, unstable, and downright mean. I would watch her again and again be kind in the face of a ragingly hateful parent. I would watch as her father would ignore the obvious dysfunction, afraid to cross his wife. Only when my mother's mother was dead did her father finally apologize for how that mother treated her. I guess it is better late than never. Honestly, everyone was afraid of my mother's mom. All of us cringed and knew that any misstep would erupt in a tirade of verbal abuse that was so extreme that you would never forget that moment. All of us recognized that she was disturbed and mentally ill, and through it all, somehow my mother managed to come out as a loving mother. It shows how horrific circumstances, sometimes good, can come out of it. But it is about the person, such as my mother, rather than about her mother. Hate is a choice. Love is a choice. Hate pulls you down further into the darkness, which takes a very long time to climb out. Hate pulls you down and backwards into less conscious places and expressions. Love gives infinite possibilities and moves forward. On this special day, for all the mothers out there, know that love is an imperfect science. All you can do is listen to your heart and do your best. All you can do is give space and allow those you love to figure it out on their own. All you can do is love them through thick and thin, and at the end of this life, be content and know that regardless of if your love was received, that your love was enough. You made a difference. You made so much happen. And eventually, they will remember. Thanks, everybody.